Hello everyone and welcome to the Retro Gaming Junction. This is Camilio and we're live on Twitch pretty much every day at 8 PM Eastern Time. We are continuing our Zork adventure with Zork Zero, the last of the text adventure games Zorks, but there are other Zork games, most notably the Enchanter, Sorcerer trilogy, which I kind of skipped, but we might play them later. For now, this is it, Zork Zero, the Revenge of Megaboss. Let's show you what comes with the game. Okay, so yeah, this is the manual, but you have this calendar here. The flathead calendar. It talked about the 12 flatheads. I wasn't finished reading it. There was like these two last one I didn't read. So all of these flatheads are the sons of Dimwit Flathead, excessive ruler of the empire. Pretty important guy. Son of Duncan Trax. Which you might have seen sometime in the chat. He comes. This also comes with the game. A parchment cannot be altered by 2 items. We'll check them later. I'm sure they're gonna be important. And this thing, Rockville Estate Phase 2 Construction Company. The file is named Rockville Estate Blueprint. Goobar, I left my art at Not Zero. Please pick it up, thanks. So there's possibly a hard hat. Maybe I need to map it out by doing the lines. I don't know. Anyway, I want to read just a little intro here. More than 90 years have passed, but I think the first scene in the game this year, I think takes place in the past. Anyway, more than 90 years have passed since the great wizard Megaboss cast the curse which destroyed Lord Dimwit Flathead the Excessive along with the other members of the ruling family. Because when you look at the calendar, they all die. They don't explain, they explain as natural causes, but they all die in 883 or 789, I think. 789. Everybody dies in 789 because of this. The 12 flatheads. Now the curse threatens to bring down the great underground empire itself. Werb Flathead, the current occupant of the throne, has sent a carrion call to the remotest corners of the empire, half the riches of the kingdom, to the person who can allay the curse. From every province of Quendor, courageous adventurers, scheming charlatans, and wild-eyed crackpots have streamed into the imperial capital of Flathedia. You are one of such great treasure seeker, a peasant from an unheard-of village in an obscure province. However, you have an important advantage. An ancestor of yours, a servant in Dimwit's court, who you'll play during a brief prologue, witnessed Megaboss casting the curse, and obtained a small scrap of wizardry parchment from the mage's pocket. This parchment scrap has been passed down from generation to generation, and is now in your possession. Thanks to it, you know what none other of the other would-be curse-busters know. You alone know what must be done to stop the curse. By the time of your arrival at Flathedia, most of the treasure seekers have given up and returned to their homelands. In fact, you discover that most of the population, including all figures of authority, have fled to distant provinces. And when you awake on the art floor of the castle on Curse Day, you find that even the looters and the most persistent adventurers have departed. In fact, as you begin your desperate quest to find the relics of the Empire, you need to stop the curse. Your only company is the court jester, who spins rhymes for your amusement. Always appearing when you least expect him, the jester will confront you with the riddles and games, spring some deadly tricks, and give you helpful nudges in the right direction. And throughout, he seems to be laughing at some tremendous joke which you can't begin to fathom. Zork Zero is the prequel to the Zork trilogy, one of the most popular, best-loved computer games ever written. Zork Zero takes you back to the age of flatheads, where you can glimpse the great underground empire during its heyday and witness its monumental fall. Hints. Okay, I don't need to read that. Okay. Okay, we'll look at this after. Oh. Another frantic day at the castle. Lord, what you are hearing here is the music from Zork Grand Inquisitor, and I thought it would fit more than the other Zork games in terms of the tone they're giving this game. This seems to be a less serious game, whereas Beyond Zork was a little more. It was kind of funny, but it was less stupid. This is more in the stupid field. And Zork and Grand Inquisitor's music have some little like music that feels more whimsical and didn't fit something like Zork 1, 2, and 3 when I played them. Anyway, another frantic day at the castle. Lord Dimwit Flathead the Excessive has invited a few thousand friends over for dinner. 300 dragons have been slaughtered for the occasion, and the kitchen is suffocated by the stench of their roasting flesh. Banquet Hall. The hall is filled to capacity, and thousands of revealing guests are raising quite a din. The primary exits are to the west and south. Smaller openings lead east and northeast. Dimwit is seated at the dais. His loud voice carries across the crowded hall. Now that the statue is done, we must do something ceremonial. I have it. A dedication. We'll give everyone in the kingdom a year off and invite them to Fublio Valley. Someone thrust a platter of hellhound bones into your hands. Bring this to the scullery servant. An insistent finger points northeast. Okay, let's save. Whatever, start. We can do map. So this is our map. This is the pretty standard map when these games, when you would buy the clue books or hint books. That came separate, of course. But the map that were in there looked like this. And I think in the manual it says that this image only appears when you do look, and you can see the exit. You can also see the exit here. I don't know why this is like this. Enter. So here I think if you do something else than taking the plate or whatever, you die. So let's die. West. This is where visitors enter the castle proper. Through the wide doorway to the north. The doorway is currently blocked by a sturdy portcullis. Oddly, there's a doorbell on the inside of the doorway. Other doorway lead east, west, south. Servant, you're supposed to be waiting on guests. This is uncalled for, unheard of, unforgivable. Your execution is quite painful. You have died. You have scored 0 points out of 1,000 in 0 turns. This gives you the rank of peasant. Get platter. You already have the platter of hellhound bones. Dimwit is ranting at his advisors. There's not enough in the royal treasury to build my new continent, Lord Phoebus. No, it's a question. There's not enough in the royal treasury to build my new continent, Lord Phoebus? Then we'll increase the tax levy. It's only 98%. That still leaves 2%. Oh, dude, you can tax 200% if you want to. With all deference, your lordship, people are refusing to pay even the 98%. Your decree, anyone withholding payment shall be killed along with everyone they've ever met, simply isn't working. If you increase it to 100%, the people... I thought I told you to take that platter into the scullery. The hall is filled to capacity and thousands of Dimwit is seated. How about this? Shout Dimwit with his mouth full of dragon meat. I'll adopt everyone in the kingdom, and then I'll announce that they'll have been naughty and I've cut off their allowance. It's inspired! Lord Phoebus, draw up the proclaim. Dimwit is interrupted by an explosion of billowing smoke in the center of the hall. A gaunt, bearded man strides forth from the smoke. Show me the one responsible for the statue, bellows the newcomer. The statue that now darkens Fublio. Every head silently turns toward Dimwit, whose delight at the pyrotechnic is now tinged with fear. Go away, orders Dimwit, waving a shaky hand at a stranger. This is a private function. This doesn't fit. Ignoring the order, the newcomer paces forward until he is standing almost next to you. A scrap of parchment protrudes from his pocket. My favorite grove of shade trees now lies beneath the toe of that cursed statue. No man, be peasant or king, crosses Megaboss the Magnificent! He raises his arms, and every guest who knows how dangerous an angry wizard can be begins diving under the table. Oh, we died. Dimwit, thy kingship is a mockery of all worldly values. I curse your life, I curse your family, and I curse your empire. Sheets of power begin spewing from his fingertips. Frobnitz, Frobnosia, Probsedkons, Mugavdigad. As the last word is spoken, the wizard turns into a vast fireball, which explodes outwards, searing everybody in its path, including you. I guess those people who dove under tables knew what they were doing. Hint, hint. Hey, Yefe! Thank you for the raid. How was your game of, I guess you were playing Star Control too? The Urquan Masters. I just started this. You just finished it. Nice, nice. We just started this. I just died. Let's go east. Maybe we need to dive under the table. Hey, Caffeine Terry. Oh, we're dead. 100 player. You are assaulted by waves of greasy odors and buffeted by mobs of bustling cooks and servants. There are passages to the west and north, and a stair leads downward. No, 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 someone is shouting at you. Garbage and soiled dishware to the scullery. A strong arm spins you around to the north. North. This is where the castle's pots and pans, the output of the forges of Borfi for 3 years, are cleaned and stored. Passages open to the south and southwest, and a stairs descends. A scrub woman grabs the platter, dumps the bones down a chute, and tosses the platter into a scrub basin. Someone drops a load of monogram napkins into your arm and pushes you toward the south. Bring these to the kitchen, they're running low. Let's look at the map for a second here. This is the farthest we've ever been. Yeah, Return to Zork is the most popular one. This whole thing has been a quest to get to Return to Zork. It's gonna be the game after this, but the Zork game after this, not the game after this. But we're gonna get to Return to Zork, definitely, definitely. But I played Return to Zork back then when my friend introduced me to the game. He was all like excited about it. Bought the floppy version, then he bought the CD version just because. And I think he's. Now I have a memory that he wanted to sell me and others, of course, the floppy version. And I would none of it. Like, fuck you, man. Fuck you with your floppy version of Zork. Now that I know that there's a superior CD version that you own and that you can lend me anytime I just ask you politely. Fuck that, you know. So he wants us to go south. Finally, gasps one of the head servants, snatching the linen and dashing off. A baker gives you an enormous cake in the shape of double Finucci trebled frumps. To the king's table, he orders, aiming you westward. Let's save. This is the farthest we've ever been. Let's save as 1. We did most of our game pirating locally or through BBSs. I didn't have access to or I just didn't know about them. Hey Brosine, how's it going? Hey Craig! I definitely want to give it a try. I would say play Zork 1, 2, and 3, or like buy the complete Zork thingy on GOG. 1, 2, 3 is nice. I think the second one was my preferred one, or I can't remember, or I don't remember. But they're kind of one game, so just play 1, 2, 3. And I would skip Beyond Zork unless you really, really want to be hurt. This game has a hint system inside the game, so I'm not too afraid of it. Return to Zork is great. It depends. I have mixed feelings about it. I'm excited to come back to it. Mixed feelings. Let's leave it at that. I never finished it myself. I tried it a bunch. I understood nothing about the game. That's why I wanted to play these other games. Maybe I understood more. Then Zork Nemesis came out, and Zork Nemesis, I had access to Zork Nemesis by the way of a rental. So I rented Zork Nemesis on PC. So I rented Zork Nemesis and Zork Grand Inquisitor. I bought it. The box is right there. Zork Grand Inquisitor is actually really, really good. I only played it once, but I have like really fond memories of it. I thought the puzzles were cool, the humor was great, bunch of FMVs, the way you look at stuff. It's the same engine as Zork Nemesis. Zork Nemesis is more like a Myst game, from what I recall. Lots of you go around and you do these little mini puzzle, kind of. There's not many characters. You're always like an old. You're moving from. It's a weird game, but it looks more like a Myst-driven style game, where Grand Inquisitor is more like a Return to Zork, with characters you can talk to and a lot of stuff and a good story and all. In terms of, well, no, there's too many games. Look it up on Google. I just did today, and there's so many games. Ow! Hey! Fuck! What the fuck's your problem? I was about to say Shodan's on my lap, but like, no. I don't know why she's just lashed at me. Fuck you. Anyways. Things are great. Yeah, there's many Zork games. They're not even in chronological order. I just learned that Return to Zork is actually the last game, and that Zork Nemesis takes place after Zork 3. I thought it was Return to Zork, and then Nemesis, and then Grand Inquisitor, because Return to Zork. I guess Return to Zork makes more sense at the end, and I mean, because the Empire had ups and downs here and there. Like Zork Nemesis is after Zork 3, so it's still like desert. Like there's nothing. It's a wasteland. The Grand Empire is deserted. But by the time that Grand Inquisitor comes along, they have flourished again. Yeah, there's a shit ton of them, and they're not all called Zork something. What I did is Humongous Cavern. What's the name? The Cavern adventure game that inspired Zork. So I did that like as a primer. Then I did Zork 1, 2, 3, Beyond Zork, Zork 0, Return to Zork, Nemesis, and then Grand Inquisitor. I'm going by order of release because they were made in that order. So there are going to be references for the other game that came before it. So you can play them in order of chronological order if you want to. But I don't mind skipping around. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Again, it doesn't matter in the sense that you can just play Zork Nemesis. You can play Zork Grand Inquisitor. You can... They're their own thing. Don't play Zork 2. Play Zork 1, 2, 3. Those are really one game. They really follow each other. But Beyond Zork is its own thing. Yeah. But Beyond Zork is the one that had the least connectivity, it seems, with the Zork universe. They didn't talk about the flatheads. This Zork game seems to be one of the most important. Maybe more important than Zork 1, 2, 3 for the lore. Because Flatheadia is pretty important. And in Return to Zork, they reference a lot this game, it feels like. Okay. West. Dimwit is seated at a dais surrounded by his most trusted advisor. So we read that last time. On the cook, eastwards. Let's go east again. Not well done enough? Those slobs wouldn't know good rock teriyaki if it flew up and bit them on the rest of the cook comments is lost amid the din of the kitchen. A wine steward runs up the stairs and deposits a huge wine keg onto your shoulder. For the banquet hall, he calls over your shoulder. And this is what, like north? No, it's west. The smoke again. Can I just hide? Hide under table. You are not under the table. Maybe also escaping east might also work. Shouldn't I take his thing? Is this thing here? This thing. So we're playing a prologue to the game here. I curse your family, I curse everybody. You slowly open your... Okay. The wizard turns into a vast fireball which explodes outward, searing everything in its path, then silence. You slowly open your eyes. Where last you saw Megaboss. There now sits a huge black cauldron, bubbling and roiling and spewing in noisiest I mean, those are O's. A is like the black cauldron up there. Noisome fumes. All eyes are transfixed on the incredible cauldron. You seem to be the only one who noticed the parchment scrap which Megaboss has dropped on the floor, just beyond your reach. Get parchment. You'll have to get out from under the table in order to reach it. Many of the quests are burned and dying. This doesn't seem to bother Dimwit much, but he does seem concerned by the bubbling cauldron. He summoned his court magicians, who huddle about the cauldron, sampling the brew, casting exploratory spells, studying the words of Megaboss's spell, and whispering among themselves. Finally, they seem to reach an agreement. Combining their powers, the magician can chant a long and mysterious spell. Then, drained of energy, they turn to Dimwit. You get out from under the table. We have done our best, your lordship, begins the chief magician. but the spell of Megaboss is a mighty one indeed. We delayed its effect for 94 years, but after that time, this castle, in fact, all of the Eastlands, will be destroyed. Dimwit shrugs. Big deal. I won't be around in 94 years. Truer than you think, continues the chief magician. There is more to the curse, lordship. There's more to the curse. Lordship, you and your 11 siblings are doomed. Doomed? Whines Dimwit. As in dead? That's not fair. When? You need to sound Dimwit. Moonrise, perhaps a bit later. The king lurches suddenly and collapses on his dinner. Perhaps a bit sooner. Dimwit's personal physician rushes to the stricken king and then looks solemnly at the assembled guests. The king is dead. Zork Zero, the revenge of Megaboss. Zork Zero, The Revenge of Megaboss. Copyright 1988 by Infocom Inc. All rights reserved. Zork is a registered trademark of Infocom Inc. IBM Interpreter version 6.71. Release 393. PIX 14. Serial number 890714. 94 years later. I didn't take the scrap. Is that important? You awake on a hard stone floor, sorting the chaotic images from yesterday. Thousands of Flatheadians fleeing the castle, the last of the royal guard attempting to hold off the looters, pathetic attempts by charlatans to forestall the curse, and a rowdy party as the remaining peasants broke into the wine cellars. Great Hall. This is a huge central chamber of Dimwit's castle. The ceiling was lowered at some point in the past, which helped reduce the frequency of storm clouds forming in the upper region of the hall. Arch openings lead off into the 4 cardinal directions. A wide stair leads up to the balcony, and an equally wide but ominously dark stairs leads downward. A calendar for 883 GUE is lying here. This music is just a tiny bit too hard. Too loud. It's too hard. It's too hardcore. But I can't do much. It's pretty much at the minimum I can make it. I could do this. I could just lower the volume of Chrome. There you go. This sounds alright. Okay, I just want this music to be in the background. Okay, this is a huge central chamber of Dimwit's castle, the ceiling blah blah. So get calendar. Oh shit. Oops. Calendar. This should work. In the other games you could do oops and then write the whatever. Okay, inventory. Well, let's save here. Why did the cursor... Oops, maybe, yeah, that's what I thought also. You're carrying a calendar, that's it. I don't have the parchment. You know what? I'm not taking any chances here. Yeah. This is... I just need to wait here twice. And then up under the table. I'll wait again. Get under table. No, go under table. Whoops, under table. Maybe I should just remove the sound of this completely. Cut the sound of the DOSBox. Boom. I don't think there's going to be any sound in this game. You are not under the table. Wait again. Oh, I think I wasted too much time here. Get out of under table. Hey, I can't go up to. Oh shit! Fuck you. Up is N, down is S, W. What the fuck is this bullshit? Just in the previous game, you could go up, and it would go get out on the. Get up, maybe. You get out from the table. Ah, shit. Just want to be sure. I'm just testing stuff anyway. Wait. Okay, get under table. Okay, so get up, get parchment. You pick up the scrap of parchment. Okay. Inventory. You're empty yet? Oh, you can see a parchment there. Important. Oh, there you go. Get scrap. Does that work? Get calendar. Save. Should save as one actually. Delete it? Yeah, overwrite it, you mean? Okay, let's look again. This is the huge central chamber of Dimwit's castle. The ceiling was lowered at some point in the past, which helped reduce the frequency of storm clouds forming in the upper region of the hall. Arch opening leads off in the 4 cardinal direction. Okay. And if I look at map, we don't know anything. But we don't even see what's here. We don't even have the image of what's here. There's also a stairs that go up and down. Let's go north first. Entrance hall. This is where visitors enter the castle proper. Through the wide doorway to the north, the doorway is currently blocked by a sturdy portcullis. Oddly, there is a doorbell on the inside of the doorway. Other doorways lead east, west, south. A proclamation. Read proclamation. The one who can stop the curse of Megaboss and save the land from destruction shall be rewarded with half the wealth of the Empire. Signed, Werb Flathead, King of Quandor, Protector of the Empire, Ruler of all the known lands. I guess he's the new king. I bet I can get that proclamation. Can we ring the doorbell? Ding dong, you suddenly notice a weary fellow with an outrageous costume and a feral grin. I'm the jester of the castle. I may pester, I may hassle, and I often speak in rhyme, for it helps to pass the time. If you're quick as a fiddle and answer this riddle, you'll get what you're hoping. The gate will open. The jester clears his throat. Some say I fly, but I'm not a bird. I'm often wasted, or so I've heard. Though I go on endlessly, there's never enough of me. What am I? I'm often wasted. Breath? Not wasted breath. Yeah, breath. Should I say answer breath or say just a test. Ah. Yeah, I played the first one. Well, I played... what was the name? Colossal Cave Adventures, yeah. And Colossal Cave Adventures was 77, but most people have played Zork 1, which was the 80s, I think. '80, 1980 for Zork 1. But it wasn't that popular. It gained popularity through time because Infocom made a bunch of text adventure games, so eventually, and I guess they were cheap. I mean, I was way too young, and it's not like they were selling everywhere, these things. It was mostly for Apple games, Apple like PCs. Well, this was for everything. But most of these games, like this game, came out on Apple first. So I'm actually not sure how to say stuff. Let's look at some examples here. Even though like I played so many of these games, but still, it's still a problem. Oh, I need to do the quote, like answer. Like for example, here there's the dungeon imp looks disappointed. Correct. He asks a question, and then he says answer blah blah. So let's do answer. Oh shit. Okay. Breath. Wrong, but don't cry. Give it another try. Answer air. No. What do you guys think? Can you say the riddle again? Okay, I'll repeat the riddle. Some say I fly, but I'm not a bird. I'm often wasted. That's why I thought like wasted breath or... And fly, bird, air. Some say I fly. Or so I've heard. Though I go on endlessly, again with the breath, endlessly, there's never enough of me. I need to breathe Like, it feels right. Breath is the correct way to write it, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. Time? Wasted time? Oh, okay. It's like a fucking after riddles or time. The answer is time. You should always answer time to all the riddles and it's half of them. Friend or foe, you're free to go. The jester gives a cheerful wave of farewell and vanishes, saying, "Catch you around, clown." You suddenly find yourself having a bit of difficulty breathing. Oh, okay. Your score has just gone up 20. Notify. Note. You can turn this feature on and off using the notify command. No, it's fine. I don't want to go out. Just for fun. Riddle with time as the answer. Riddles about time. Answer. No, this is now. I need the answer needs to be just 4 letters. Time. It's all like 100 best riddles, 130 plus time riddles, but of course they want you to solve the riddles. No, I just want somebody to list a bunch of riddles that the answer is time. Nobody's done that on the internet. Come on. Ah! Ridiculous. This should have been done by now in 2022. Nobody's done enough time in the research of time riddles. Anyway, I never heard this one. This is the first for me. But there was at least 2, if not more, riddles that the answer was time in the Elder Scroll Arena or Daggerfall or both. I think it was Arena. Anyway. I don't want to go outside. The Banquet Hall. Oh, now we're going to have a little image. The royal feasts have been held in this hall, which could easily hold 10,000 guests. Legends say that Dimwit's more excessive banquets would require the combined farm outputs of 3 provinces. The primary exits are to the west and south. Smaller openings lead east and northeast. Just get cauldron. As you near the cauldron, acrid fumes drive you back. You're still having trouble breathing. It's probably due to the clown nose that's clamped in the middle of your face. Oh. Oh my god. This game. I like this game already. You're carrying a red clown nose that can't do in scrap of parchment. Read parchment. The parchment has been in your family for generations and is now yellowed with age. If you haven't picked it up in the prologue, are you soft-locked already? Maybe not. It's just important information. Family lore claims this parchment was acquired by an ancestor who served in Dimwit's court and dates from the very date that the Curse of Megaboss was cast. You can find this scrap of parchment in your Zork Zero package. Unless your friend lended you the floppy, then you're fucked. Fuck you. Then you have to call him and say, hey, you didn't tell me I needed the fucking parchment. So if I read calendar, I don't think there's anything. This is where the castle pots and pans, the output of the forges of Borfi for 3 years, are cleaned and stored. Passages open the south and southwest, and a stair descends to darkness. You can see a drinking straw. Oh man, we really need to go drink that thing. Drink with straw. Ah, shit. Kitchen. Although this is the largest cooking area in the Empire, it must have still been crowded when all 600 of Dimwit's chefs were working at the same time. There are passages to the west and north, and a stair leads downward into darkness. Courtyard. This open area is paved with marble and surrounded by imposing stone walls. Dimwit would occasionally order carnivals to be set up in this court on totally cloudless days. Oh yeah, because Dimwit was afraid of getting outside because he was afraid of rain and water in general, I think. At the distant edges of the courtyard, you can see exit to the northwest, southeast. Let's go southeast. The East Hall. The castle east wing lies through a massive door to the east, which is closed. The only other exit from the hall is northwest. Audience chamber. This is a tremendous meeting room where thousands of visitors would queue up every day for an audience with Dimwit or one of his successors. Such visitors were usually wasting their time. Dimwit rarely had the patience to see even one person a day. A plush red carpet leads from the main doorway onto the north wall of the golden throne, fringed with red tassels, which towers above the floor. Behind the throne, a smaller doorway leads south. On the surface of the large golden throne, you see nothing. The jester appears. While cleaning my attic, I found some old haddock, a hammer and nails, some barrels and pails, and an old garden gate, and this silly old slate. He hands you the slate. The jester gives a cheerful wave of farewell and vanishes, saying, "So long, and thanks for all the fish!" Odd, you've never given the jester any fish. Oh, this is a reference. Well, no, sorry. In Space Quest 6, you did you bring a fish with you the whole game. Eventually, a guy just throws the fish at you. That's been in your inventory since the beginning of the game, and even like it's decomposing in your inventory. It's turning bad, and he throws it at you, and he says, "Thanks for all the fish." Oh, and that's also a reference in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I think that's where it's coming from, the original one. So long and thanks for all the fish is the fourth book. It's the fourth book. It's the fourth book of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy of 6 books. Its title is the message led by the dolphin when they departed planet Earth just before it was demolished to make way. for hyperspace bypass, as described in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. A song of the same name was featured in the 2005 adaptation of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which I would like to play because it's pretty funny, but it's going to be flagged immediately. A game that I will probably play eventually. Yeah, the fishes. The dolphins. I saw the movie a couple of times. It's pretty funny. While cleaning my attic, I found some old... Oh, yeah, okay. Dusty slate, a drinking straw, a red cloud's nose. So many inventory items. Throne room. This is a smaller version of the room to the north, meaning that a person can walk all the way across it without stopping to rest. The throne, though smaller and more comfortable looking, is just as gaudy. It is in this chamber that Dimwit would meet with his advisors, raising taxes and plotting grandiose schemes. A doorway leads north, an overdone scepter ornamented with colored enamel and tapering to a sharp point. By 12, wow. I guess that's good. This was locked. Best. Formal garden. Dimwit designed this garden to match a fairy tale he enjoyed as a child, and subsequent kings added their own touches, creating a hugely confusing maze of flowers and shrubbery and statuary and trees and fountains and pools and bridges and gazebos. Now somewhat overgrown, the garden is seemingly endless, but you recall that the primary exit lies to the northeast and southwest. You spot a flash of pink among the flora. It's a flamingo! What? Look at flamingo. Maybe look at it would work. I'm not sure. Totally ordinary looking flamingo. Get flamingo. The flamingo prances away, leaving you clutching at air. Look at it. Okay, he's still there. West. No. Where are we now? Yeah, let's go north. Parlor. This is where many of Dimwit's guests would come and sit after dinner for wine, conversation, and any other whim that might pop into Dimwit's head. There are doorways to the east, west, and south. You can see a fish tank here. It seems that the fish tank contains a clump of spenceweed, a starfish, and a lobster. Get... The lobster snaps its pincer at you. You snatch your hand away just in time. Let's get it again. Get it again. Oh, I could type in again. Okay. Get starfish. Is that bad? Can we just get the fish tank? Oh, it's that big. Get clump. The jester appears. The jester watches you with twinkly eyes. Fuck it. Torch room. This is a small room for the storage of torches. The torches kept here are generally short-lived for the purpose of brief forays into the darker regions of the castle. To the east is a lone exit. You can see a guttering torch providing light, a muttering torch, a flickering torch, and a bickering torch. Good job. I don't know, I mean, we don't need any torches for now. Fuck it. We're getting all the torches. You pick up the guttering torch, the muttering torch, the flickering torch, and the bickering torch. The bickering torch says, all the other torches were picking on me. The flame of the flickering torch dances wildly on the brink of extinction. The muttering torch mutters something about being held too tightly. Can I extinguish the torches? Or, like, now that I picked them up, like, are they gonna turn bad? Like, if I would have left them there, I feel I could have left them there. Okay, let's restore. What's with all the fucking torches? That was funny. That was worth it. The castle's newest wing can be found beyond a huge oak door which lies close to the west. The only other exit, northeast. It's locked. Yeah. Okay, we can go upstairs now. Up. And downstairs. Balcony. This wide balcony, itself larger than most castles, overlooks the Great Hall. Banners and pennants are draped from the railing into the hall below, which can be reached via the wide stair. A passage leads off to the south. That is all. 12 large paintings cover the walls of this long, tall room. The main exit is north, but there's also a small opening to the south. A large frame rebu occupies a central position at the far end of the gallery. It appears to have been recently hung. The rebus is mostly obscured by a number of animals, or representation of animals, which appear to be magically layered onto its surface. A flattened slime monster, a flattened fish, a flattened goose, a flattened snake, a flattened mouse, and a flattened camel. What? Oh. Can I click on stuff here? Phobius, something. Maybe I'm gonna pick up things that I'm gonna put there and it's gonna word out something. There's a fish, some kind of gerbil, a camel, a snake. I don't know what that is. Maybe a sheep. What's this? Some kind of, maybe a bird. Some kind of bird. Yeah. Starfish, scepter, dusty slate, drinking straw, macrons. Closet. You are in some sort of storage closet, which opens to the north. A ladder leads upward. The shelves are all dusty and bare, except for one small bag with some printing on it. The shadow of one of the shelves is a key-shaped button, which is blinking rhythmically. Read bag. Hello, flamingo owner. The enclosed food provides a balanced, nutritious diet for your flamingo. Our food is specially formulated for the finicky flamingo. Warning, poisonous to humans, another fine product of the Frobos Magic Flamingo Food Company. We already have the bag. Close bag. Open bag. The button produces a squeaky noise and stop blinking. Whoa, nice! Oh, I didn't know they just changed as you moved around. That's cool. Roof. Move 79, wow. You stand atop the main building of the castle. A tall tower is visible to the south, but can't be reached from here. The only exit is down the ladder. Oh. You have moved into a dark place. You are likely to fall into a bottomless pit. You hear jingling bells and a familiar laugh in the darkness. Trouble finding a light? I'm just the man to set you right. Tighten your belt and pull up your sacks and reread the book from your Zork Zero box. Or, the voice asks suspiciously, maybe you're one of those software pirates. In that case, I hope you fall into a bottomless pit. Oh no, you've fallen into a bottomless pit. You have scored 32 points out of 1,000. This gives you the rank of peasant. It doesn't say you're likely to be eaten by a grue. Okay, I know where to get... to get a torch. So this is locked, we unlock this, so I can go outside the castle if I want. I don't know why some of these have images and some of these don't. Oh, you've moved into a dark place. Up. West. Northeast. Oh, down is also a dark place. Okay, right. Up. Sorry. West, southwest, west, west, west again. Torch room. Save. Let's save as torches. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break here and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned.
Star Wars. It's great in the arcade. Whoa! TIE fighters! Fireballs! Coming right at me! Watch the laser towers. Aim for the tops. Pick in the cannons. Use the force. It's coming too fast. It's way, which way? My shields are gone! Alright! I'm going in!
Oh, some game, huh?
Some game!
In a galaxy of video games, there is only one. Star Wars, the arcade.
monsters! There's no place to hide. Please help us.
Man, this thing is really pissed off.
We're all gonna die.
Duke, the situation has deteriorated. It appears they have the president. The Earth Defense Force has been compromised, and I'm afraid you can't trust anyone.
Hey, pal, what are you gonna do? Save the world all by yourself?
You think them sunglasses make you look cool or something?
The Great War ended 30 years ago. Our elders tell stories of a glorious civilization, of people with myths of humanity everlasting, who hurl themselves into the void of space with no fear.
Spend the night. Shivers.
We're back. Okay, so I'm really wondering which torch to take. And okay, if I get, for example, if I get muttering torch, for example, can I light the muttering torch? Do I need the other torches to do that? Probably. Okay, the muttering torch has burned out, cannot be rekindled. So I need to get the guttering, because the flickering is flickering and it's not good for long. The muttering torch mutters something about the unfairness of existence as a torch. Okay. Okay then. Get let's take the flickering one, even though I don't think it's a good one. Flickering torch. East. South. Oh no, east. Okay, down. Wow. No, it doesn't work. No, it really doesn't. It doesn't work because I need to type and you're gonna be in the way, you know. This large hall, barely illuminated by your light, has seen its better days. Based on the dust and debris, the lower levels of the castle probably haven't been maintained since Dimwit's death. Stairs lead up and down. The ladder stairs look particularly forbidding. Forbidding. Passages head off to the north, south, southeast, southwest. The flame of the bickering torch dances wildly on the brink of extinction. We'll see how long it lasts. I don't really care. We'll just explore for a while. Okay, so let's go, I don't know, south. The Kennels. This was once where the royal bloodhounds lived. Considering the size of the leash and collar fragments scattered around, the royal bloodhounds were big. Passages lead east and north. You can see a toboggan. Not the torch. No. This one person's sled bears a small inscription. On the surface of the toboggan you see nothing. Read it. A large inscription says, made by the Frobozz Magic Toboggan Company. Below that is a faded image of a blooming Morgia plant with the name Morgia Bud. It's possible that his sled may have once belonged to publishing giant William Randolph Flathead, aka Citizen Flathead. The flickering torch gives its last flicker before going to the torch room. To the great torch room in the sky. It is now dark to see. Let's go north. You have died. Let's go back here. Get all the torches. Fuck it. Get all. I don't care. East. This might be bad though. We did. Get the guttering. Six, no. 7, no. 8. North. You have entered the lab that was affectionately known as Froblo Park. The main exit is south, but there's a narrow doorway on the north wall. Sitting on the lab bench, no screwdriver. Oh, your score has just gone up by 12. Some of the things I pick up seems to be more important. Your guttering torch sputters on the verge of burning out. But then decides to keep burning for at least another minute. Already? What? We just arrived here. Come on. Testing room. This is where certain dangerous experiments would take place. There are 2 large booths, one on the left side of the room and one on the... You are now in the left booth. The only feature of the booth is an ominous black button. Get in right booth. Oh, okay. What the fuck? You can't reach the right booth from the left booth. A guttering torch sputters on the verge of... What the fuck means guttering? Guttering. And narrow, no, gutters in bowling, or in table shuffleboard, the through hazards on either side of the playing lane in which the bowling ball show. Gutter in typography, the space between columns. Gutter and bookbinding. Page edges join to the spine. Gutter, the space between panes of posters. So maybe this torch will always be in between, always on the verge. Who knows? We could save and test it. Test. Wait. Oh fuck. But then what? We were dead. Both of the torches are good for nothing. I can go down one level and then I'm fucked. What? Did this change? Oh no, I went down and then down again. Wow. The lower levels of the castle. And we can go even down. Down again. The pits. Down again. Now my guttering torch. It's just working. Entering a bottomless pit means certain death. The guttering torch perches on the river. Down? Okay. Up. And it is now dark to see. So let's go back to torches and not pick up any torches. Torches do not seem to be the answer here. I tried the muckering and bickering torch. They couldn't light. The flickering torch lights for maybe 6 turns. And the guttering torch seems to be 6 turns also. If I take both of them, get guttering torch and flickering torch, because as you saw, there's a lot to explore here. East, south, down, north. Both of them on the brink of extinction. Get screwdriver, definitely good because I get 12 points when I get it. North. The flame of the both on the blink. Go in right booth. You're now in the right. There's an ominous. Okay, push button. The flame of the flickering torch dances wildly on the brink. The guttering is over. Its last gutter before going to that torch room in the sky. Nothing happens with the button. South. It is now dark to see. So yeah, we need to. We can't go here for now. We need other things than torches. I bet. Or we need to maybe do a magic on these torches so that these torches can last longer. They even say they can't be rekindled, so that says it all. I could type in int, but we're not stuck really, so let's go east. Let's go exit the castle. When we come here, the jester appears. We have food for you. Open bag. Drop bar. Get bar. Give bar to Flamingo. Oh, good night, Rosine. Yeah, this game really looks good. I'm pretty excited. I like the interface. It's pretty simple, and you have your map, and it's very well written. When I can read it and I'm not too tired of reading the text, it's really good stuff. Gulps it down. Like, can I touch it now? Why do I want this thing? Maybe I need the a feather. Get or just touch the flamingo. It was one bar, okay. Let's restart. I don't know what to do here. East, east, north, or outside. In the Bailey, you are on a narrow grassy strip between the castle, which can be entered to the south, and the moat. A young elm grows by the side of the moat. A causeway leads out into the moat to the northwest. A common earthworm is wriggling through the grass. Get the worm. Totally ordinary looking small elm tree. Oh, here the thing goes dark here, huh? I should look at all my inventory items. You are on a peninsula of dirt and gravel which extends in the moat from the southeast. A tall barbican towers over the end of the causeway to the northwest. Northwest. This dimly lit room is the bottom level of the gate tower which guards the castle's drawbridge. It lies at the tip of a peninsula into the moat. The rest of the peninsula is to the southeast. A drawbridge to the northwest is closed and a ladder leads to upper level. This upper level is key to defending the outer perimeter of the castle, with its commanding view of the causeway, moat and baileys. The floor is filled with murder holes for dropping heavy cannonballs onto unwanted visitors who penetrate as fast as the barbican's lower level, just below. A large cast iron wheel is mounted in the center of the room. The only exit is a ladder. You can see a cannonball. Let's get the ball, but it's gonna be too heavy. Okay. We have a shit ton of stuff. Turn wheel. You hear a clattering, clanking noise from below. Again. Again. Putting it back where I want it, right? Down is open, yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, we went outside. This is outside the castle. There's nothing else, apparently. It's a boom boom. Oh, that's nice. We can literally see the tower here. It all connects. Okay, let's continue. This is interesting. The village area of the castle. Northwest. You are standing on a sturdy wooden drawbridge across a moat. The surface of the moat rails from the thrashing of countless ravenous beasts. The drawbridge runs from a tall barbican in the southeast to a wide meadow in the northwest. Oh, maybe I can put the worm in that picture thing that was in the castle. Anyway. Northwest, we're just going in one direction. It's kind of boring. There you go. Okay, this open area is a rolling meadow extending from the moat to the distant perimeter. Whew. Fortifications. A drawbridge leads over the moat to the southeast, and roads lead northeast southwest. Okay. A mighty rotting tree stump spreads its roots. Let's go southwest. Garrison. This is where the castle's army was quartered. The garrison fell into disuse as all known lands fell under the rule of the Flatheads. The army had little to do except quell on occasion tax revolt. In fact, the only evidence of the garrison is a rusty locker. A road leads northeast. Open locker. Opening the locker reveals a steel key. Okay, so we got a key, and I was wondering when I saw the key if the key will open maybe the door that would lock in the castle, but also I pushed a button, maybe that button opened up the doors in the castle northeast. Let's continue outside. This is going well outside. Northeast. The road curves along the moat, turning southeast. Okay, southeast. The road curves along the moat, turning southeast, and so on. Village gate. To the east, a stone arch forms the entrance to the castle's village. The village lies outside the castle proper, but is still comfortable within the outer perimeter wall. The arch is flanked by two medium-sized elms, one more gnarled than the other. The road passes under the arch. In the other direction, it follows the boat to the northwest. Okay, Shady Park. This grassy mall must have been a nice area at one time, but it is now overgrown with weeds and soiled with wind-blown litter. The shade comes from a mighty elm which spreads its thick green branches over the park. A wide east-west boulevard bisects the park and impressive buildings flank it. Church. This is a house of worship of Brogmaidism. Brogmaidism. The tenets of this rather silly religion are engraved on the wall. Read. Thou shalt worship the great Brogmoid to thine utmost, for upon his shoulder rests the world. Thus he saveth us from plunging into the great void. The tenets go on and on about the Brogmoid who supports the world. It's hard to believe that anyone ever believes such drivel, let alone in today's enlightened age. As the great modern thinker Zorbius Blatus is fond of saying, if a giant Brogmoid were holding up the world, where would he stand? In a world supported by a giant Brogmoid, which is on a world supported by a giant Brogmoid, which is on a world supported by a giant Brogmoid. You see where I'm going here? Okay, doesn't seem to be anything else here. East. Village center. You are in the midst of the village. At least at some distant time it may have been a village. More recently it was a bustling metropolis. Now it's a deserted metropolis. A fantastically tall building rises just east of you and a road heads west. To the south is a post office. To the north, beyond granite stairs flanked by stone toads, is the courthouse entrance. Post office. Once the main branch of the Flat Area Postal Service, this edifice now lies in the deserted silence. A doorway leads north. A package rests on one of the counters. Although a collector has stolen the stamp, the address is legible. From Belsnork Gibelwitz Flobosco, blah, blah, to Eek Numblatz. Volcano View Lane, Good City. Open package? Or should I just get it? 10 get package. You're already juggling as many attempts as you possibly get. I thought that the jester appears. I thought of no rhyme. My puzzle's on paper this time. He drops a scroll by your feet. The jester gives a cheerful wave of farewell and vanishes, saying, "So long, and thanks for all the fish." Odd, you've never given jester any fish. Okay. This is the village center. This is the perfect place to drop some stuff. Drop calendar. Drop scrap. Let's keep the rest. Examine slate. The small slate is set into a wooden frame. It looks to be at least 50, if not 100 years old. A shaky hand has inscribed something. Oh, fuck. Fuck, because I didn't read this before. You shake enough dust off the slate to read it. Stand at the oldest and mightiest elm around. Jump north once, then jump east thrice. Oh, I guess okay. I'm pretty much here. I think it's west. Mighty helm. Save. Jump. Ah, shit, I wasn't listening to his fucking thing. I can't scroll up, right? There's no way. It's so stupid. It was just scroll up. Whatever, I'm gonna look at the VODs. It's no big deal. It's the power of recording all your... That's why I'm lazy and I don't take notes. I don't have to really. It's the power of the technology. It's the future. Oh, it wasn't... Where did I get this information? Oh, it was on the slate, you dumbass. It wasn't a jester. Read the slate. Stand on the oldest. Okay, that's where I think I am. Jump north once. Jump east thrice. Jump north. Does that work? Or is it like north, like it's where I need to go on the map? Jump north. You jump once in that direction. Okay, again. No, jump north once, then jump eastward. Okay. Jump east. Again. Again. Wait. Fuck. Stand at the oldest, mightiest elm around. Jump north once, then jump east thrice. East again. Yeah, I did jump east thrice. Once. Jump east thrice. Yeah. Get scroll. Read scroll. The paper reads Ramanag. Treen river lead. Okay, it must be reverse maybe. Ramanag. Yanaram. Maragan. What the fuck? Okay. Let's forget this for now. North. There's something else here. The package. Yeah, fuck it. Open the package. Open it. Open the package. Reveals ceramic pigeon, ceramic perch. Get ceramic. Get all. For now. Should I go back in the castle? Because I think I can put these inside the... you'll see. West. Oh, I can go, just go on the map. Can I just click here? Does that work? I think it's here. Flattened slime monster, a flattened fish, a flattened goose, a flattened snake, and a flattened camel. But maybe we can... I don't know. What do we have? We have a ceramic perch and a ceramic pigeon. Put ceramic pigeon in rebus. Exactly. There's no place for a pigeon here. Oh yeah, something happened. What the fuck? There was something here last time. We went here. It was like a gerbil here. Now it's not there anymore. What's going on? Read it. Homing pigeon. I feel these two items might be like you put one here, I use the other, and then I get teleported. That's my assumption, but how do I use it? And I don't know. let's restore Evan. Where was this? Yeah. Continue exploring this place. East. Frobos Co. HQ. You are in the lobby of Frobos Co. International's world headquarters. An impressive 400-story structure. Wide stairs lead up and down. The main exit is to the west. An emergency exit leads east. Yeah, oh, I guess let's try it out. No, now you're gonna jump. Emergency exit. Let's go up. 400-story structure. You are on floor 2 of the Frobos Co. building. Offices of one subsidiary or another can be entered in all 4 directions. Stairs lead up and down. Up. Up. You see a memo here. Spalding Flathead, 7th Assistant Building Manager. All tenants, new stairway policy. To relieve overcrowding in the stairwells, employees who work above the 75th floor will be given teleportation tokens. Ah. Company officers will continue to receive teleportation tokens. Was I wrong? Regardless of floor, employees with tokens will no longer be dismissed early for stair climbing time. I thought it would maybe explain how this works. Taking the memo first. Up. Floor 5. Up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go 13 just for fun. North. You are now in the office on floor 13 of the Frobos Co. building. Hey, MacApple. South. East. You are in an office on the bluff. Oh my god. Up. Oh, 20. What? We seem to have skipped a bunch of... No? Okay. Up 4 floors. Go to floor 400. Go up, okay, or climb to floor 5. I don't know. This won't work anyway. What are you doing? Funny business? No funny business. Okay, fuck that. Let's restore and not waste all this time. As always, this game has a time limit, I'm sure. We're back here, east, the building. Let's go down instead. Oh no, let's go up. So maybe when they say the box of the thing, maybe they're talking about one of the Zipzo. Like, let's try some stuff here. Zipzo for Galnetzi, is that it? Fergalnetzi. No. Here it says, well, I can show you. So there must be a way to get some light other than the torches. PDF. So I was looking at this because here it says trouble finding a light? I'm just the man to set you right. Tighten your belt and pull up your socks and reread the book from your Zork Zero box. Of course I read the fucking book. I don't remember anything about lights. So I don't see anything here. The top left thingy there. It's nothing, it's gibberish. Cannot be altered by the 2 items belonging each of the accursed 12 into the cauldron. So I need to put stuff into the cauldron. Secret word, so I'll need to utter some sort of word. It might be zips or whatever, or something like that. Other things that I have is this. Of course, I have not read this one and this one, so maybe they talk about light there. Can I do a Control F light? No. No, it doesn't work. Sometimes they do character recognition. And this manual here, it's not this manual. Even though they say reread the book, this is the book they're talking about. There's hints, I'm not gonna look at hints for now. I didn't read this because this is just an example of how to work out the game. So this guy actually wrote Planetfall, Sorcerer, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the game, Mind Forever Voyaging, which is something I want to play, Leather Goddess of Phobos. I want to play just because it's referenced a lot, and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is also one that I'm interested in. I've heard Planetfall is good. The Sorcerer Enchanter series is also part of the Zork series, so games that I might play eventually. So I don't know exactly what he's talking about here. Back alley. This is a grungy, foul-smelling lane. A large building can be entered to the west, and a much smaller one to the north. Magic shop. Perhaps this was once a thriving shop, but now, like the rest of Flathedia, it lies deserted, gutted by looters. The exit is south. The only thing the looters ignored was a ring. Not surprising, as it is a ring of ineptitude. Fun at parties, but not good for much else. Get ring. Save. Put on wear ring. Yes, wear ring. As you slip the ring onto your finger, you clumsily drop everything you rolled. Get all. Oops, while trying to pick up the worm, you accidentally drop something. You pick up. We're very inept. Okay, fuck it. Restore. Still get the ring anyway. I think I have it already. Okay, south, west, west, north. Courtroom. This is where the great jurist Oliver Wendell Flathead would hand down decisions from the bench. Let's do one hint. We strongly recommend that you not use hints unless you're definitely stuck. Peeking at hints prematurely will invariably make you enjoy the story less. It's better than just getting stuck and never finishing the story. If you want to avoid reading any hints for the rest of the session, hands off. Just one hint. This is gonna be like a... It's supposed to be very... Oh my god, okay. Oh, it's questions. Like, it's literally Invisiclue. Invisiclue trademark. It's Invisiclue in the game. That's awesome. Wow, that's great. Usually you had to pay $20 to get the... Maybe not $20, maybe $5 back in the day to get the Invisiclue book. Let's see Prologue. After Megabuz's departure, just get out of the table. We can now pick up the scrap. No more hints. Q... M? Okay. M? Okay, so it's by area. Okay, well, okay, wait, well, general questions. The Jester. The Jester. Read this note about riddles. Killing the Jester. Riddle hints are in the sections relating to the location where you're asked a riddle. Okay, interesting. Scroll, slate, Daspetki bedbug, funny paper. No. General question. Light source. Forget the torch. They always burn out. Look elsewhere. Okay, so I'll read that later on my own. All the key shape buttons. Getting the flies. I don't know what that is. For your amusement. Read this note first. I guess. Okay. No, not looking too much at those. Okay, where are we? Actually show like going up here. Look at that. Up again. Ah, okay, we're still here. They do show something here. I wonder if you really need to get up to 200 floor. I mean, I could do this and get up there. It's not, it wouldn't take that long. Some floor said something else. I'm not crazy, I saw a longer description. Maybe the jester just was laughing at me. Whew! Floor 101. Jester appears. There you go. 105. Which is a quinky dink. I'm going up to 400 just for fun. Maybe nobody ever did that. It's not too long. Look at that, 150. How's it going, Rez? This game's pretty neat. There's 400 floors here, and I can go to every single one of them. So we're gonna go to every single one of them. We're almost halfway there. It's not too long. Come on. If at least I could go like up and to, well, it's the same. just got home. As floor 333, maybe that's a coincidence, maybe not. I've learned from years of loyalty spinning rhymes for this noble court that with the attention span of royalty, my poems must be short. Saying see you in the funny papers. In the funny papers. A wind blows a colorful piece of newspaper into view. It's a funny paper. Get paper. Son of a bitch. I guess I'll have to keep that save. Nah, I'm not keeping that save because I'm not going back 400 fucking. I've learned from years of loyalty spinning rhymes for this noble court. I think I'll catch some winks. Nighty night. Don't let the big bug bite. I just really hear the clicking of giant mandibles. What? With a flurry of its powerful hairy leg, the bedbug scuttles over to block your way. What? What? Fuck you. Drop worm. Attack bug. It's like battle armor. It's like freaking battle armor. Have we arrived elsewhere? No, we're still here. It's fucking battle armor. Get the bug? What do we have? Inventory. A funny paper, a ring of inaptitude, a ceramic perch, ceramic pigeon, steel key. Green paper. It's a comic strip entitled Me and the Jester. In the strip, a peasant adventurer is bumbling around a mighty castle, alternatively helped and hindered by a playful jester. In one panel, the jester suggests that the adventurer look under the longest slab in the crypt. Interesting. Attack. Okay, I don't know. How would you like equip a weapon in the last game? Equip? Equip scepter? No equip. It's like battle armor. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a night. These text adventure game after 2 hours. I'm pretty much done. So usually these stream might be a little shorter, it might not be 3 hours like other games. So where are we now? We're here. We haven't explored everything. There's still some stuff here to explore. We still can go here. But we need to find a light, so I need to read the calendar carefully and find a way to get the light there. Once we have the light, we can explore more of the castle. So that's it. Score 32. There's a screwdriver that gives us 12 points in the castle. But since we're outside the castle, we haven't earned any points, even though I picked up stuff. The game doesn't care. Yeah, reading all that, and the time passes way slower. So after an hour, I'm like, it feels like an hour and a half. I'm not joking. It's really like that. It also does that for a point-and-click adventure game. A little less, But after 2 hours and a half of point and click adventure games, I'm kind of done. There's other games that it's the opposite. First person shooters, like I play an hour and a half and I'm like, whoa, already an hour and a half? It really depends. So yeah, we're gonna continue this game. I like it very much for now. I've said that about Beyond Zork also, but then the fucking puzzle. But now we have access to the hints, so it shouldn't be too hard. And people said that Beyond Zork was very hard, and this game was made in '89, so a point and click adventure game was starting to be more common. LucasArts had already made Maniac Mansion and other games. Maniac Mansion was 88 possibly, maybe even earlier, 87. Let's see Monkey Island, because that was a landmark. So Monkey Island was 90, so this was still before Monkey Island. So let's raid somebody. Oh. I don't even know who to raid. Let's refresh. Maybe there's gonna be somebody who's gonna pop up. Not really. Let's go in the retro category and just raid somebody. We need to raid somebody. Somebody's playing Mist here. Let's raid Mister here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. We'll continue and probably finish House of Ashes. Our first playthrough. Already somebody died. It was my own decision though. It was a decision thing. And after that we're going to continue Final Fantasy 2, which is really, I'm excited to play Final Fantasy 2 more than when I was playing the first one. That's tomorrow, Friday. Saturday, no stream, no movie on Discord. Usually we do a movie night on Discord. None of that. I will not be there Saturday. So see you tomorrow or maybe Sunday. Sunday more Zork at 8 PM Eastern Time. Ciao.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I'll buy that for $1.